Welcome to Permadeath Extraordinaire, where we are continuing our ongoing journeys with Dirt and Quinn in the Dungeons & Dragons Done Right series. We're up to Episode 7. And when we last left off, I believe you guys had reached the Shrine of Gerdek, up at the top of Mount Nembal, tallest mountain in the chain locally. And you had done the training necessary to do your levels. Which I'm being pretty lightweight on that. Normally you're supposed to have a mentor unless you're 10th level. In theory, I could summon your mentors to help. And we could maybe even assume that that happened during the... What did it take? 1 week per level. So you guys have been here how long now?
I think we were going to stay at least a week, right? Oh, no, wait. Okay, 1 week per level we already are.
Yeah, I think we just summarized it.
Yeah, a month.
Yeah, so I think we summarized it, and you had used all of your local supplies, basically, so you're going to have to resupply your little room. Because that's really all the shrine is right now. It's just a little cave, by the way. Just, there it is. There's a cave. So, after consulting with Ben, here's the final ruling, Vasco, on a psionic thingy. Let's say that you wanted to dominate Dirt to do terrible X-rated things to you. In order to do that, you would have to contact his mind. He gets a wisdom check at -4 to basically shrug you off. If he fails that check, you make your power score, you got your contact, he's doomed. Yeah?
Yep.
And that's the final ruling on the contest with the unsheltered mind. They get a chance to just shrug it off. It's based on their... We did talk about wisdom intelligence. We'll see how it goes. That's it. Makes it a lot easier. Now, as for fighting another psionic, you still need the 3-finger contact, and you'll still have psychic contests.
But now I don't have to do contact and mind link, and then go into...
No, you just have to pay for the contact, and then whatever power you're going to use. The contact does have to be maintained, because that's more or less your link to that person's mind. Mind link is strictly for two-way communication, and it cannot be used to probe a person. In other words, you can't get info they don't want to send. Hey guys, could you type quick the password to the table? Because I don't remember it. It's been so long. What? Could you type that to him on Steam? Yeah, really.
Oh, Jesus.
It's been so long. Can I just look that up? I guess that would be a bad idea on a stream, wouldn't it? Hold on a sec. Quick, we'll get it to you.
I'll tell you it's one of your favorite passwords.
Is
it?
The
most known password.
Yeah. Oh, you mean it's the password. Okay. Yeah. Well, type that to him, would you please?
Yes.
All right. I forgot. It's our ultra creative password. I was playing a little Arma last night. That was a fun game.
I know.
Oh, I thought I saw you on there.
Yeah. You bastards need to show up and finish your boot camp so we can go out and kick ass on live servers and make people hate us. Get banned. You know you're doing good when you get banned.
You have to put a stop to this.
Yeah, if you are not breaking the rules of the server and you get banned, it means you're too good. And people are fucking hot. Because you're pissing them off, because you're ruining their day.
You killed an admin. Banned.
That too. Somebody who was it who's just recently messaged me about they had a problem with that? They wasted an admin, and oh, it was the guy I was playing with on Foxhole. He trashed an admin, and I guess they locked his weapons. I think they locked his weapons because he was talking a lot of mad shit. I think we've all seen those players. You ever been on an MMO and you're hanging out and there's some dude who's like, this fucking game's stupid. I hate this game. You guys are stupid for liking this game. And you have to ask yourself, why is this person in this game they hate so much? Apparently there's something there they like because they keep logging in. And if you haven't played MMOs, you probably haven't seen a person like that, but you will. Back to the adventure, it's going to take you about a week to get to the King's Road, given the weather conditions. Taking the valley will save you some time, but Dirt, you know, where the mountains and the King's Road border, you're going to have to go through a mountain pass, an extended one. You're kind of dreading it.
Yeah.
The reason you're dreading it is because I think it's going to take... You have to go through a couple of passes. But the last one, it's a big one. You're planning on spending about 3 days above the timberline. In the super cold.
I guess.
And then the thing is, the pass is bad, Dirt. You know, this is how it is. No matter what way you go, you're going to end up having to go through these passes like this because the mountains are extraordinarily big and dangerous. So, it's the other side of the pass. The steep downslope to the road, that's the most dangerous part. Avalanche season. And you're thinking with this extraordinarily strange weather this year, which, of course, you know all about since you're the one that was active when the rolls were made.
Yeah. Blame it on me.
Yeah, it's all you, Dirt. It's all your fault. So, you know the situation. It's looking like it's going to be a pretty hardcore trek to the Fortress of 10 Fields. There you think you could probably get some supplies, if needed, and then push on down the road, which you expect to be pretty well traveled because there's been a lot of migration since the events in Phesia and the rise of the Leviathan.
Right.
Yeah, if you were to go to Phesia right now, it's basically a ghost town. No fool would stay around that place. I got to thinking about it one day, and I was like, what would I do if that thing should? I'd get the fuck out of there. I'd grab whatever I have and go. But
Start the looting.
That's what's happening. Groups and little clans are in a circle around the city, competing with each other to try and go into the city and grab what they can. Phesia is a nightmare now. Best to go to Narfell, the City of Rings. Oh, but that's right. Harcus Cormalis is currently the person sitting on the throne at the City of Rings, so you may not want to go there either. The Cornwallis family is well known for their slavish loyalty to the Black Lion, their open worship and embrace of Mistress Umbara, basically the darkest god of your guys' existence. They still have legions of slaves. They deal openly in slavery. Why are people accepting this? Magpie asked that. He was like, why would somebody like that even get on top? Well, because their credit with the Platinum Fastness is impeccable. They've contributed a lot of money to King Reginald's road building project. They agreed openly that they would get rid of slaves the day it became the law, because remember, it was going to become illegal next year. The day it became law, they were going to free their slaves, or so they were saying. And their reputation, although shady and dark, nobody's gotten anything legal on them. It's a lot like Al Capone in the Americas. He was never taken down. The biggest mafioso in America was never taken down for criminal activity, gentlemen. He was taken down for tax evasion. That's the only way they could reach him legally. Every person in America knew he was dirty. Everybody knew it. But he was classy. He kept his dirty business to other dirty people. You know, when you say there was a big gunfight and a bunch of people died, it's like, oh, that was horrible. Who were they? They were all a bunch of gangsters. You're like, oh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So, you know, criminal v. criminal is one thing. And that's basically how he did it. He just kept it on the down low, covered his ass real well, and made sure that there was no witnesses that could bear an actual testimony against him. Very similar with the Cornwallis family. They've managed to, well, under the line they were fine, because, you know, with the lion, as long as you gave him proper loyalty and remembered how small and insignificant you are, he was fine. Cornwallis family did very well under the lion. I'm certain they would. That's what they're going to try to do. Probably re-implement the laws and strictures and orders of the lion. Will that affect you guys? Maybe. But until Cornwallis secures his control, it's guild rule right now. Guild rule meaning I have the stuff you want, meaning I can pretty much charge whatever the hell I want for it. How desperate are you? As Basco looks at his shopping list.
Oh my god, how do you know I was doing this? Oh wait, oh my.
I established contact.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm just looking at Mountain Emball. I'm staring at Mountain Emball on you guys' path.
Oh,
So,
I was trying to think of how much gold we needed to take with us to buy what we need on the shopping list.
It's guild rules, so unknown.
a lot.
Well, I'm wasting a lot of time then. I'm all like calculating it out with a list. Whatever. I'll stop listing. Those
Now make your list, and yeah, the prices. Those prices listed there on that there, where you're probably looking, are recommended, average, usual price. Haggling is a thing, as is guild rule. Okay, so you guys are looking at about a week. The first thing that you're going to be going over is the Great Plain that surrounds Mountain Emball. Mountain Emball is an ancient volcano, stupid ancient. It's been dormant for super ever. What bad happened? Did you delete your sheet again?
Wait, stop touching stuff, Dirt. Yeah, the third page got deleted because I was trying to type in he was trying to move.
Oh.
Well, while you're fixing that.
Alright, I'm not going to touch it anymore.
You'll be going through the Great Plain around Mountain Emball. It's an ancient lava plain that's now more or less just a forest. But it is known as the Great Plain because it is pretty flat, pretty uniform. Occasional rock outcroppings, that's about it.
That's at the base of the mountain, right?
It's all around it. I'll be adjusting your map a little later to account for some of the stuff.
Okay.
Basically, to mess with myself, and this is actually a recommendation to Dungeon Masters out there, rather than pre-writing a story and expecting people to go into it, take advantage of some of the random roll opportunities. As in to say, I've got this map here of his land with some basic stuff on it, but I allow random rolls to determine the mile by mile that he goes. And occasionally it'll throw you some loops, especially if you use the original first edition Dungeon Master's Guide. In the back, there's a series of appendices. Appendix? And you can generate everything from dungeons to worlds by just rolling some dice. So I allow that to happen because as a referee, it throws me wild cards that I have to deal with. And to be proven how it works, we're going to be using that. So, heading out into the Great Plain. It's about a 10-mile trek. A lot of drifts, snow drifts. Also a lot of open areas where the snow has been pretty much stripped away. A lot of bracken. It's undergrowth, underbrush, and thick forest. The generally level terrain, you can cover it relatively quickly. However, in case you're interested, before we get started, is there anything else you guys want to do while you're here at the shrine?
Just pick your spells for the day.
By all means, get that all figured out. Make sure your PSPs are all filled up. We have 6 viewers. Welcome to the show. I assume some of them are us, but welcome to the show, not us.
First time one of them will not be me.
Were you too good to watch a show?
Okay,
You too good to watch yourself doing shit that you're doing?
I find my voice interesting to listen to.
Yeah, Alex is here with us. The magpie. I know something you should do, and you guys are totally fucking just blanking it out every time we play. When I said welcome viewers, somebody left. I'm not going to welcome viewers anymore. I'm just going to act like I ain't even streaming.
That's how it happens.
I know, every time I say welcome viewers, it drops and they run away. It's like, I'm sorry? Am I ugly? Did I frighten you?
Test your idea spell. No, something we should do before we leave. I mean, we're definitely leaving a bunch of our loot.
They're definitely something you guys should be fucking around with.
Oh, should we take a look at the Lion's Eye? Get some clairvoyance?
So Basco pulls out the ball of crystal and says, so what about this thing anyway?
Well, it got wrapped up like an eye, so maybe we can use it to see.
Oh, 2-Bit's here. What up? To focus.
Do you have any followers at the temple that we can get to use it
No.
first so we don't get cursed?
Sorry you died last night, 2-Bit. Only D&D players can share that statement with their friends. Sorry you died last night, bro. But you're all better now. Big thing about dying is the con minus. And yes, you have the crystal ball sitting there that you haven't done anything with.
Let's take a look at it.
Detect magic.
Detect magic. Yo, yeah. Wah, 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 wah. Like you're getting the suntan from the aura. Woo, that's magical.
Can I danger sense that sucker?
What level are you, Dirt?
9.
You're 9 times 5, 45%. You got to get a 45% or less, 2d10, to determine what kind of magic it is. Pretty certain you guys got a pretty good guess, but we can't tell.
So 54? Wait, what?
45 or less.
45 or less.
Yes, sir. That's a terrible roll. Fling him in the air.
Nope.
Negative?
Get a
Unless-
16.
Let's just say you still detect the primary layer of magic, but you feel there's another layer under that. The primary layer of magic is divination, knowing the unknown. That's what that kind of magic means.
You rolled a 70%. Is
It looks like a 60 to me.
that a 10 though, technically?
Wait, no, it's which were you doing? I count that as the 10s and that as the zeros, so that's 60, right?
Okay.
Okay. So, But there seems to be an underlying magic. If you wanted to try, you could recast the spell to try and get further insight. Be your second casting of it for the day. Oh, Alex, yeah, he died. We didn't record last night. We were doing a little bit of a reboot. He got hit by a snow scorpion, and the sting was too much. They found out that those things have probably a really nasty poison. Doesn't outright kill you, but boy, it kills you. I don't know which is worse. I honestly don't.
I'll re-roll that.
Yep. As you cast it again, seeking double odd. What do you know? That is so not what you need.
Well, divination.
Definitely.
It's an eye. Called it the lion's eye, and it's connected to...
It's the eye of the tiger. I'm fired.
Eye of the lion.
You're fired too. We're both fired. Let's go to the unemployment office tomorrow.
So I got somewhere to be tomorrow, so we all good.
Most
well, if
excellent.
it's called the eye and it's associated with divination, then it's probably something to do with clairvoyance.
You cast your spell for the third time. It's not like you have anything to lose. You're in your shrine. This is about the safest place you're ever going to be till the cold water orcs arrive.
Hey! 19.
19. There you go. Upon your final casting, you finally get some insight into the depths of this thing. It definitely has alteration magic as well. What that means, you're not entirely certain.
Use it, it's going to turn us into something.
Watch, you're going to use it and it's going to bond itself into your skull and you won't be able to get rid of it until you like lick the stones of Castle Frostloft or some bullshit.
Well, frick, we're already going there.
You'll have to rebuild the Forge of the Lion brick by brick.
Oh, God.
The Forge of the Lion is the tower they were previously in the earlier episodes, if anybody ever checks them out.
Boom.
Alright, so. There it is. It's sitting in front of you.
I got healing spells in case anything happens.
Got rid of my curse, though.
I'm still cursed, so I'm not taking that hit.
Yeah, one heavy curse is a pretty good burden for one character. 2 heavy curses could be bad.
But I feel like we've already, like, just the fact that the guy wrapped it up in cloth, so it wasn't like looking at anybody. And it's of the lion.
Screw it. Let's look at it. Let's go. Come on.
Woohoo! Looking into the depths of it. It's beautiful. It's well made. You have a feeling it's not made of quartz. You have a feeling it's made of a singular diamond that's been polished.
Is there a way to activate its power?
And remember, it is still pretty big. It's about a foot across. It's, it's about the size of, what, a soccer ball? I don't sports ball, so... Soccer ball? Yeah, about that size. About a foot across.
Come up here.
You want me to say some of that stuff?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. No, that's to the other... Oh, that is the eye. If I say one of these, you know what's going to happen.
No, it's not. It's not on the pedestal anymore.
Which one of these are we the least afraid of?
That's a great way of putting it.
I forget what the frick they were. Let's go with this one.
Okay, so I'm going to look at it, and I'm going to say Murg.
Murg. As you look into the ball, make an intelligence check.
And then, zoop! Oh, there goes your shrine.
Here goes your soul. No, make your intelligence check. This is to exert your will upon the thing. You definitely feel it wants to respond, but it's also resentful.
Oh.
You totally botched it.
I ultimate failed.
Let me give that a try.
That trips the guardians, which appear.
What?
Yep. Told you. Told you.
Oh god. Alright.
Give me just a moment here. Gotta pull up the old notes. Give me a moment.
And I hope that was I wonder if that's the Minotaurs or if it's the giant
Frogs?
gorillas. Oh, I hope it's not the frogs. They're the ones that had the poison.
I think you guys all just love poison. I think that's
Did
your
you
favorite
pick the
thing.
frogs? Like the gorillas, we might have been able to do.
Roll 1d. Let's see. We're not going to be able to use the straight number. We're going to have to show a little mercy here. So roll a 1d6. Tell me what you get. This is 1 to 3, 4 to 6 kind of thing. Yeah, roll low if you can.
4.
Nope. All right. 2 raging bears with the beaks and faces of owls. Owlbears appear in the room with you. This is a very tight, confined little chamber you're in right now. Where's your shrine map? I thought we brought it here.
Yeah, it's right here. Oh. What the hell?
Sorry, I touched something.
Attached to my face.
I thought we had that.
We do. It's.
No, that's a Legion of the Lion.
Give me perms and I'll bring it up real quick.
Oh, I forgot to do that.
Oh no, it's right here.
Where? Oh, and there it is. Okay, so at this point, only the area in the gray circle is there, with an additional pile of straw thrown on the ground to serve as Vasco's bed. And now you have 2 bears in there with you. Wow, okay, so this is a 20-foot room, so let me scale this out on the table real quick. $5.10, fitting 20. This is the smallest room on Earth. Okay.
It's only meant for one person.
This is true. Where's the exit? Okay, it would be right about here. Good enough. That looks like it, right? Right. Okay, give me one quick moment. I do have to AFK and deal with the text here, and I will be right back.
Well, could have been worse. Could have been the frogs that spit poison. A null. I have a bugbear.
Well, then use that. You threw that at my face.
Oh, I threw that one at you?
Yeah, it just appeared in my face, man.
Take this. Bugbear is at least a closer species. Have we ever fought an owlbear before?
Yes, we did. Back in that room, we fought one, and then
I thought it was like some sort of giant gorilla thing. What are we doing? Failing all our rolls today.
Hey man, don't be upset. We failed. There was a bunch of rolls messed up last night. Cubic can contest to that. If he's still here. Wait, it's your birthday today?
Mine?
Yeah.
My birthday was Monday.
Last Monday?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So now I'm old. I kind of want to dominate one and make it attack the other, and then sit back and watch. That's
Do it then. Do you need to remain focused, or how far do you have to be?
the problem is I think that it'll take a whole turn because I've got to establish contact first. If I could get on the second. Well, we could.
Alex,
Yeah.
Alex just said, Basco, you were always old. Now you're older.
Black just wanted us to play with this so that we'd have to fight something. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna ectoplasmic form out of this room, and we'll just let the two bugbears like duke it out with each other. Just follow me out here with your I'm like, yeah, they'll figure it out.
Stone meld just go whoop.
And then we're just gone. Bye, guys. As they just tear apart your shrine.
This is just my living quarter. There's really nothing here.
Who gave you the shrine?
I don't want to tell you. My mentor.
It's surprising that you would have a mentor that I haven't heard about, though. I wonder if your mentor is the counter to my mentor. Does he wear a poncho?
No.
Oh, okay.
Why is Wafu spells over here? The,
He's dead. Delete it.
No.
But I don't have mitten. Get some
Um,
mitten.
gloves, winter clothing, kind of fall hand in hand. You did put a full set of leather armor, by the way, on page 3. I remember that.
Yeah, because padded leathers, or studded leather is like the best I can get before it affects my
Messes with your.
psionics.
Yeah.
I don't think I had any armor, period. I'm pretty sure I haven't.
Alex asked, how do you like ectoplasmic form?
I haven't got to use it yet. But I think it's gonna be good. I'm seeing a lot of different situations that we've already been in where that would be kind of nice to have.
I was muted this whole time. I've been talking.
So my 3 new psionics that I grabbed was Intellect Fortress, so that I could protect my party from psionic attacks. I got Ectoplasmic Form for a good escape, or if I just needed to take a peek through a wall or something like that. And Domination, because who doesn't want to be, what's the point of being a psionic if you can't dominate somebody? I mean...
All right. So Owlbears. Declarations. Owlbears are going to eat you. That's their plan. 2 claws and a beak. 3 attacks each per round. Nasty.
If I wanted to Psionic Blast one of these suckers, would I have to establish contact first?
Yes.
Because I was curious. It says contact mind link, so it says prerequisite mind link, and then mind link says prerequisite contact. But I thought we established that we don't have to do both now.
No, those are prerequisites before you can choose that ability.
You have to be able to cast both of them.
Yeah, it's kind of like they build up to each other like a tech chain.
Gotcha.
All right, now where's my? Oh, there it is.
Are you using 3 finger contact rules?
Mm-hmm. Indeed,
But
indeed.
Since they're not psionics, I don't think I have to do that.
No, you don't. They'll have to make basically an intelligence check at minus, and their intelligence in all that. Actually, Quinn was kind of the right size already. There we go.
I'm like 4 inches shorter than Dargoth, apparently.
All right. What are you doing? Declarations.
Dargoth, do you want to jump into this cave? And then I can kind of protect you since you have no strength?
I mean, we can get them out in the open and then fight them that way.
Because I'm thinking like this cave entrance right here may be small enough that it would be like a 1v1 in here. And then if you were kind of behind me, you could cast spells and not have to worry about straight up engaging them.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Melt the Stone and go whoop downwards.
Yep. Okay, well then totally see you.
Okay, so you're going to meld with the stone. Quinn is doing running out the cave.
I'm gonna run out the cave into the entrance, at least right here. And I'm also gonna try to establish mind link with the owlbear closest.
All right. You mean contact?
Yeah, contact.
All right. Unless you want to talk to the owlbear mind to mind. Please
And
don't
I'm
eat
sure
us. But I'm hungry. All right, so it's initiative then.
Right.
The beasts add 6. Since you guys are doing innate stuff, you add 3. I totally did not get it. 8,
What?
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Okay. I think we still beat him though.
You beat it by 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so Quinn, how far are you going to move? Let's see. Let me get a quick scale here. It looks like that's 10, and then it goes right outside. Maybe I can draw this just a little bit more. There we go. Now remember, once you move, that's as far as you move. So if they choose to pursue, you could just have them right back in your face. In order to get an attack, the maximum you can move is 30 feet around and still be able to get your action.
Okay. But just basically the entrance.
All right.
1, 2, 3. Of course he came after me, because why not?
And then Dirt, you won the initiative, so you fade from existence. Now, in the tight confines of the cave, because it's pretty narrow, only one can attack you at a time. So, Quinn, it's you and it. You have the initiative, so your action was to attempt to establish contact. You have to make your power score. This creature counts as a 5th level thing for purposes of cost for your contact. Remember, because it's based on how much levels or hit dice they have.
Okay, so contact is wisdom. Should be fairly... I don't want to talk about it yet.
Dirt, you can move 60 feet while melded
Okay.
in a round.
Made it by 8, so I made it by a lot.
All right, so you made your check, pay your cost for your PSPs, and you do have contact with the beast. However, it's going to rip into you.
It
Let's
says
go with
initial cost varies,
claw.
so would it be based on his level?
I just told you that, yes.
Ah, come on.
Level 5.
Level 5. Claw, bite. The red dice are the claws, black dice is the bite. What's your armor class?
Mine is a 7. Oh, it's actually a 6 because I have a small shield.
9 or better. Let's
Dang.
let's do it dramatically. The 2 claws come at you, ripping at your shield. Let's see, what the hell did I just say I needed it? 9 or better? Yeah. The 2 claws hit. That is a bad thing. You need to immediately make a bend bars lift gates check, Basco, otherwise you're pulled into
What?
a bear hug. Bend bars lift gates based on your strength.
7%.
I have a 7% chance.
Otherwise you're pulled into a bear hug, which can be very bad.
I thought that would be a dexterity check.
Negative. When it hits with both claws, it's gotcha. Bend bars lift gates.
I need to get lower than 7%. But that didn't happen.
No good?
I swear
Alright.
I rolled a 67, so probably not.
This round you take 12 points from the claws.
Well,
Now that you're held, if you're not able to escape next round, you will take a bear hug attack, which is 3d6 damage, and his bite will automatically hit, as in no need to roll. And that is why everybody hates and fears owlbears, right there.
am I hugged right now?
Dirt, you are melded into stone this round. Where are you headed? There's no room for you in there.
I was actually going to pop up in between him and the owlbear, but now I guess not.
Pop up right behind him. And I think we'd be proceeding to initiative.
Did Basco get his contact?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Declarations. The owlbear that's got you in the big hug is gonna big hug. Big hugs. Love you all around. The other bear is just gonna try and like nuzzle and push forward, but it can't really do any of that at this moment because of the tight confines of the little cave.
And I'm going to summon Spiritual Hammer.
All right. And Basco, you do have the contact.
I'm going to psionic blast this guy.
All right. Be sure and pay the contact cost at the beginning of the round.
Trying to find psionic blast.
I think it's under sciences.
Right here.
Page 76.
Page 89.
Oh, what the? That's not close to 76.
Well, there's 2 versions of the Psionics Handbook. The original one, which has some pretty drastic misprints in it, and then the revised one.
That is. Yeah. Psionic blast is 13 or lower.
Okay, now keep in mind, as you look that up, we'll pop over this together since it's one of the first times we've used it. If I can frickin' find it. They have it under devotion. Is it a science or devotion? It should be a science.
I have it in the sheet. It's a science. Yep. And it is under telepathy.
Okay, now see, my book's the misprinted one, so I have it as a devotion. Boy, if I can remember how the alphabet works, that'd be great. Wisdom -5. You made that check, right?
I'm making it right now.
Okay, make it.
These dice over here, they've all failed me. I'm gonna roll this one.
Need a 13 or less.
Oh, what the? Okay, this dice Gone.
Be thankful there's no 20 effect for the Sonic Blast, but no good, huh? Excuse me.
Good. Do I get 2 Sonic?
Yes, but you're going to take the damage first because he gets his attack, which is Hug Bite. Now, let's get that out of the way.
Initiative.
We didn't, did we? But you're summoning your spiritual hammer, so that's what you're doing this round. And he already got his first action, so we're kind of assuming he won the initiative. Okay, so, which he probably would have, to be all honesty. To be all honesty, there's some English for you. Oops, how did that happen? Uh-oh, somebody ported something in.
Yeah, my bad.
This dice got stuck in midair.
Okay, Vasco. Creature hugs you for 12 points. Its bite will come after your second psionic action.
Does it get off the... I guess it gets off the...
It just hugged you, yes. Another psionic blast, or what you got in mind?
Because I cannot continue at this rate, I think that I may need to go into ectoplasmic form and get out of this hug.
Alright. Make a check. Pay the cost.
One of my new abilities in the first try. So I haven't made cards for the new ones yet.
You got the book, though.
Yeah, scrolling through.
I got the book, too. Alright, quickly. Move on. So, where are we? And Dirt, this round, your hammer is active.
Alright.
And you can take another action, so I need a declaration from you.
14 or better.
Bite wounds on Vasco.
14 or less.
Oh yeah, 14
Actually,
or less.
negative. That because
I'm gonna be
untouchable.
well here in a sec. No, I'm not. Please heal me.
Alright,
oh, wait,
well.
I think that's cocked.
I don't think you can have a cocked die
it's-
coming out of the
says that it's
sluice.
not.
No, that's a straight dice. Alright, so.
Not if I move.
Oh,
it,
Basco.
but it still went to 17.
Alright, so the creature's going to bite.
I'm about to go unconscious right here.
Let's get your cure off first, because the bite was the last action of the round from the creature.
Alright. 1d8 plus 1. Let's go. I don't like using your dice. Screw that.
Well, now what do you got to say about it? I'll let you re-roll it. How about that? Just because, why not? Alright.
Significantly better.
9.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't joking when I said I'm taking a screenshot of you rolling something higher than a 1 or a 2. I got the screenshot. Okay, so
I'll take one more hit.
Here comes the thing's bite. Speaking of that one more hit to close out the round. Oh wait, Spirit Hammer. Go ahead and hit the beast. You know the routine. While you're doing that, I'll do my thingy. Ooh, man, the thing's bite is nasty. Armor class 5.
AC 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a dice we don't use very often. Where is it? There it is. I'd love any opportunity to use a D12.
9 or better.
9 points, Basco.
Oh, thank God.
As it nips right into your shoulder with its owl beak that's tremendous in size. If you've ever been bitten by a bird, just imagine. 9 points, yes.
9 or better.
9 or better?
Yeah.
That's a hit.
Better, yeah.
And max damage.
7 points.
All right.
Cracks it in its face.
Indeed. It's a new round. What's going to happen this round is, do you wish to maintain the contact? If so, pay the cost.
Since I get 2 attacks, I'm gonna try. I might try to double down on those 2 attacks again.
Pay the cost.
There's 1 for the contact.
Don't worry about the others yet. Okay, so you got the contact. Just pay for that for now. And make your declaration. What are you going to do this round? At least what's your plan?
Wanted to do both of those again. I'm wondering if I can. I'm guessing I cannot cast Sonic Blast in Ectoplasm.
No.
That would be too good.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna
your
do
interactions with the real world are 0, just like their interactions with you are 0. So think of it that way as well.
I'm gonna do it in the same order that I just did. I'm gonna try to blast him first because I'm thinking that's probably gonna knock him off of me. But if I don't knock him off of me, then definitely need to get out of his grips.
All right. And Dirt, what's your declaration? Heal and hammer.
Yep.
Heal and hammer.
I'm actually going to use.
It should be a spell. Healing hammer.
Moderate wounds. Wow.
All right. Going for the big guns on the healing then.
Yeah.
All right. Remember, add your speed factors. Your speed factor, Basco, is 3 because you're using those innate abilities, basically psionics. And
I'm using a
Dirt
2.
using a 2nd level spell. The creatures add 6. So here we go. 12.
Yeah. Right here. One.
Nice. You guys win.
By a lot.
Make your roll for your Psionic Blast and make the roll for the Spirit Hammer. We'll just get those 2 out of the way real quick.
Blast is good.
6 points of damage.
Nice.
Hit.
Yes.
You finally made a power score? No shit.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. I should take a screenshot of that too.
Almost as good as it could get, right there. Because I
All right.
broke out my my Quinn dice.
All right, so you get the power score. That means this creature loses 80% of its remaining hit points in its brain. So let's see.
Be too weak to hold me.
I'm basically going to call him as being at minus 30 hit points because that's in addition to the damage that he's taken. All right. The thing is heavily stunned by that. I don't know exactly how to advocate that, so let's just say 5 or less for an effective intelligence check. It does actually hold on to you.
Oh, what the?
Dirt, your cure spell goes off next.
Yes, sir. Is 1d10 plus 1. 11
Ooh.
points healed back.
Nice. Whereupon, that's a messed up arrangement there. There we go. Whereupon 12 points are taken right back off from the squeezy love of the big bear hug.
So 2 points damage taken off. Your health, Quinn.
Wait, 2 points taken off my health?
Yeah. From the squeeze.
Yeah, because this heal more or less absorb the rest. All right, next action would be Quinn. If you're going to attempt to go ectoplasmic, now's the time. If not, you take an automatic bite.
Let's try to get the heck out of this.
I can take the brunt of the damage.
Oh my
What?
God, Vasco.
It didn't even roll out of it. It just like fell.
And remember to pay all the costs for these epic, tragic failures.
We're gonna have to sleep a lot after this.
At least you're in the shrine.
So I'm about to go unconscious right here. Just let what happens.
All right, so no ectoplasmic, so the things bite. Hits you automatically. Oh, Quinn, it's looking bad. Ooh, 8 points. It's almost 11. But 8 it is.
That thing is, my ectoplasmic form is actually an easier score to make than a psionic blast.
Yeah, as usual, your rolls are just on fire, Vasco. You guys every one of you guys has just the... Wafu
luck
thinks
of the
he's
win.
alone in his bad rolling. Little does he
There you
know.
go, Wafu. You're not the only one, okay?
Little does he know. All right, so moving right along. Where are we now?
New round.
That it is. So, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to keep squeezing the shit out of Basco, and the other bear's going to keep trying to wait until something happens that it can get into the combat.
Cancel my link.
Oh no! Like I'm straight up. I'm like I gotta get away from him because even if I put down this guy, the next bugbear is gonna be in my face. So ectoplasmic form is pretty much my only option.
Owlbear, if these were bugbears, you guys would have hacked the two of them down
Oh yeah.
3 rounds ago. So, maybe. Bugbears could be tough. Depends. Moving right along. Owlbears. One's got you in the hole. Declarations. Dirt.
Same as usual. Hammer and heal.
Heal and hammer.
Yep. Moderate.
All right.
Again with moderate.
Basco. Pay the contact cost.
Oh, I'm gonna break contact. Well,
Done with that.
If I break contact, does he get all of his life back?
No.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that spell. That psionic ability has its own duration. I don't remember how long it is, but I'm pretty confident it's longer than his remaining hit points.
That's right. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and break contact because I've got to get away from him. I've got 7 health, so one more hit of anything done.
Well, he's gonna hit you, so yeah, unless you get the ectoplasmic form. So you're gonna. What are your declarations? Time to
Ectoplasmic
do all that.
form, breaking mind link, or breaking contact, and ectoplasmic forming the heck out of here.
All right, sounds good.
Roll initiative.
Yupper, here we go. I had 6. You guys basically had 3.
Oh,
I got
no.
16. You can't lose this.
Yay!
5, 6, 7.
Now, if Wafu was here, you'd probably lose that roll somehow. Making fun of you, 2-bit. I think the only one of you guys that ever actually makes their rolls is Admiral Jeffrey.
Of course.
Things
After last
turn out
night-
well.
last night,
Yeah, well, yeah, things usually turn out pretty well for Admiral Jeffrey.
Moving all your dice
Is
back
this
up,
dice locked? Why would you lock a dice? Who is the
Okay.
troll that locked the dice?
It wasn't me.
Well, thank you, Quick.
Ready for this
that's
power
a
score?
cocked die.
All right, so you guys have the initiative. Make your power score. Let's see if you can get out of this thing's embrace before it squeezes you. Let's see that dice roll.
Use.
Oh, you didn't use the tower?
No, that thing's
Wow.
cursed.
It's like the
So-
first time ever he hasn't used the
Hey,
tower
before
since
he
we've started
uses
playing. You brought the
projectile-
tower to the. You brought the curse to us, Basco.
I'm switching. No, Alex is the one that showed me this. I brought the box tower. Nobody thought it was cool enough. So
The snake tower is kind of cool. It's very. You know what it makes me think of? Conan. I don't know why.
yeah.
It's just Conan.
Deal
All right.
7 points before you go into your form because I still beat you. For your
You did?
ectoplasmic.
Okay, that's good because initiative in order will come more important as time passes. Remember, you guys are kind of in an easy mode right now, and as we go, I'm going to
Tutorial
rescale the
mode.
table.
Heal
I'm going to
sequence.
make the grids a little bigger so we can actually clarify who's where and have our figurines a little bit bigger. Because this micro scale was needed for the stupid pyramid on the island because that was epically big.
Also, this scale is great for the tower.
Yeah, that too.
I want to get some clarification on psionics.
Sure.
Do you want to do that now or after the game?
Depends on the question. Ask the question. If it's complex, we'll skip it for the moment. If I can answer it easy, I'll answer it easy.
Okay, the way I remember psionics is a psionicist gets 2 mental attacks per round and has to establish contact with a 2-finger tangent and then 1 extra attack, right? There's no 3 because a third's contact.
Yeah, the 3-finger applies when they're in psionic combat. In the case of like these owlbears or if you attack dirt, that's an unshielded mind, and they can establish contact in a singular round. The 3-finger is only when there's a mental contest. Like Tower of Iron Will versus Ego Whip, Intellect Fortress versus Mind Thrust. Against an unshielded mind, as a matter of fact, in the old core rules, they don't even get a defense. But we found that to be a little OP, so that's where the person gets an intelligence check at -4 or wisdom check at -4, whichever's more applicable. If they make it, they're managed to shrug off the psionicist for that round. If they fail it, doomed. And that's the danger of the Mind Witch, and that's why they're extremely rare. Most of them were burned eons ago. The Lion got rid of a lot of them. One thing the Lion didn't like is people prying on his affairs and reading his mind.
Okay, so we're not doing an unshielded mind is AC 10.
No, I don't use the mental Thaco thing. I absolutely hated that rule system.
Okay.
I saw its functionality, but I thought it took a lot out of psionics. And as when Quinn goes up in level, I'm going to bring in something that was used in a particular game world called Harbingers and Constructs. And that expands the psionic combat a lot and turns it less dice roll and more into, can my image defeat your image? Can the sword defeat a wall? No, but the catapult can. But can the catapult defeat a dragon? No, because the dragon's swift, so I'll need the archer. You see how it's done. A little bit more fun, like a mental battleground, but we'll get into that later. For now, the answer is unshielded minds get a chance to shrug it off, but otherwise contact is instant. Against mentally defended minds, you have the 3-finger contact rule. And that's based on highest without going over is how those contests work. If you need an 18 and I need a 15, the person who gets closest to their number without going over wins. Meaning you'll win statistically more of the time because you have the higher number. But it also gives the underdog a chance to win. And that's psionics. They're probably one of the most esoteric and weird things in D&D. They always have been. Even in first edition.
I'm going to roll the spirit.
Yes. Armor class 5.
9 or better.
I have such better
18.
control over the table today. I'm so happy. I'm so proud of myself. I'm remembering what's happening.
7 points of damage.
I'm just
7
gone.
points. You get a nickel and dime. This guy dead. He's dead. Woohoo! And the
Really?
fresh one.
Really?
Roar!
You had to wait until I spent all those PSPs and now he's dead.
Dirt, you don't have any actions this round left, do you?
Nope.
All right. I'm going to give the thing a bite, and that's it, just to round out the round, because he does have 3 attacks this round. Kind of free movement there. Quinn, don't move nowhere yet. You fade away into ectoplasm. And Beast, going to go for a bite. What's your armor class?
10.
10. All right. Everybody loves armor class 10. 5 better. Oh, there's that lame roll button. He misses. Huh.
You can't hit
he
me.
misses
This is
you.
my shrine.
Yeah, the jaws clamp on open air as you kind of duck back there a little bit. All right, now it's declarations. New round. Quinn, you're ectoplasmic, so pay the cost for ectoplasm.
I think okay. I'm gonna come out of ectoplasm this time.
Still got to pay it. You're an ectoplasmic at the beginning of the round.
Oh, okay. I'll pay for it. Right. Okay, over here.
I have to alter the shrine after this.
Why's that?
Need to add a few things that came to my mind.
Declarations, Dirt.
I am going to cast tongue.
What? It doesn't have a language. You
Oh.
can't really communicate with these guys. I'm sorry, they're just not smart enough. I see what you're going for, but no owlbear pets for you today.
I have animal handling.
Yeah, let me check their int. No, animal. So, actually, they're low intelligence. If you wanted to try it, I would have to make a check against its intelligence, and if it's an intelligent enough one, meaning I rolled right on the dice, you could possibly try parlaying with it. It's up to you. You run a big risk because you're the one that's got an owlbear in your face.
Oh, me? Yeah.
That should be a rap song. Owlbear in my face.
Squirrel in my pants.
Alright, so... Declaration. All or nothing. Let's have it. Go. Dirt.
Yeah, I'm just going to,
Time's a wasting. Tell you what, I'll come back to you. You're gonna what?
Eat stone in above him.
Okay. Quinn, you keep frisking around, man. What are you doing over there?
Well, if he's about to like block off this entire path with a big giant rock, I don't want to be in here.
You know what tabletop needs? A hand slap ruler.
Stop touching.
One of the things they added actually is I can make a player pen, meaning I can make a little area that will restrict your hands and your view, so that way when I import a map, before I get the fog of war on it, you can't see it. You like that? And then I can drop the fog of war, I open up the pen, and everybody's hands come out. I think that's what they added. I'll have to check it out fully, but I'm planning on going through a tutorial tonight and seeing exactly what we can do with this. And pre-made rooms, like for epic battles and stuff, I may definitely be doing. Anybody who's interested, I may have you cast rooms for people that aren't, as in for other campaigns. We've talked about this before.
Yeah.
So, but I'll get into that at a far later date. Again.
So.
For now, declarations.
And Spear Hammer is going to smack him in the face as well.
Okay. Basco.
Well, I'm going to come out of ectoplasmic form, not trapped in the cave behind the bugbear or owlbear.
Right.
I will. You know what? Might as well establish contact. Oh wait, you know what? I'm gonna draw my scimitar and just hope that you gate that stow in, Dirt.
You can actually use your scimitar now.
I haven't got to use my scimitar in forever.
Yeah, got rid of that damn sword. Aren't you happy? Okay, so
Had to
fair
put that
enough.
first.
Let's have initiative.
Stone 3.
Here, I'll take my dice. Thank you. All right. Creatures add 6. We know what they're doing. Claw, claw, bite. 15.
10.
What's speed on your scimitar, Basco? Speed factor?
Speed factor on the scimitar is a 7.
Okay, so you
Oh,
guys...
no, 5.
All right. Looks like you guys got it. I got a 15. He got a 15. Basco and the owlbear tie. Other than that, Dirt, what are you doing?
Get in the stone.
The warp stone, gate stone on top of them.
All right. First off, your spirit hammer.
Yeah. All right, let's roll it. 10 or better.
Mm-hmm.
Critical fail.
No.
Okay, the spirit hammer can't really critically fail. I could call it as it dispels the spell, but we'll save that for when you guys are higher level.
Okay.
So, for now it just misses, and is considered no good this round. Meanwhile, you won the initiative, and you're throwing your other...
Innate ability.
It was okay to fail that one, but do not fail this one because...
How to
Gaiden
run
Sonic.
this. Yeah, how to run this. I'm going to go with your base Seiko,
Alright.
modified by dexterity, because that's hand-eye coordination, so knowing distance and that kind of stuff. So what's your dexterity defensive adjustment?
None.
That would have been your plus to hit. So just go with your base Seiko. Its armor class is 5.
16 or higher?
Huh?
His armor class is 5.
Oh.
Yeah, 11 or higher. Yeah, there you go.
Nope, didn't get it.
You missed?
I'm gonna die!
Yeah.
All right. However, a large chunk of stone falls. We have to determine, is the owlbear on your side of the stone or the other side of the stone? Let's say 1 to 3 is your side of the stone. It is trapped behind a large boulder that falls in front of it. It'll be able to push its way out, but you guys have 1d4 rounds to figure out what you're going to do. You roll your own fate.
Basco, you roll.
1d4, huh?
Aye.
Well, we better roll a 4 right here. I would love that. Yes!
All right. So you guys have all the time in the world to figure out what to do with the thing.
I'm gonna go take a nap over here and do what you need to do.
Spirit hammer was actually on him. Can I still hit him these 4 rounds?
Hey, Basco.
Yeah.
You're looking and you're like, what the fuck is that? As you notice, something's coming up from behind you guys.
Great.
Uh.
Please don't tell me it's like 12 tentacle face dudes.
Mm-mm.
If I say what is that, then it's definitely some sort of creature.
Boulders. Looks like boulders with stumpy legs, taking slow steps towards you.
Earth
Oh,
elementals are coming to rescue us.
No.
Dirt, glancing over your shoulder, you notice that the 4 great stones are in a line, moving towards the cave. Apparently walking on stone legs that have sprouted from them. That's, I guess, is the best way of saying it. You can hear a rumbling, like the grating of sand and gravel in your mind. We
What was that?
will
My
help.
headset died.
We will help. We will help. That just seems to be a repetitive chant as they rumble forward. These are like
Sounds good to
10-foot
me.
tall boulders.
So all 4 boulders came up.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you talk to the nice big rock men. I'm gonna go over here.
Vasco's gonna. I'm gonna leave now, guys.
Yeah,
This
let's
place
just
is
kinda-
creepy.
Let's go this way. We're just gonna keep walking.
Meanwhile,
Okay.
on your guys' end, it is officially kind of declarations, aren't we? Or did I forget where we are again?
No, it's our declaration because he's trapped behind a stone
Mm-hmm.
barrier.
The great stones of the shrine are arraying themselves basically in a half circle around the cave. Let me see if I can find a stone. Old walls, floors, trees and flowers, 230 kinds of rock. That should do it.
Huh. That's cool.
I think I just chose the worst rock ever, but it'll work. They look like Hershey's
They're
Kisses.
pointy.
Yeah, they look like Hershey's Kisses. So, the owlbear is pushing its way free. It's got... That happened over the last couple of rounds. Anything you want to do in your 4 rounds that you have until the thing pushes its way free?
Cure moderate wounds on Quinn.
Alright, sounds
I'm going
good.
to
Roll it.
go ahead and establish contact. Why not?
You can see the thing. The boulder doesn't completely block the passageway. So that
Points of
is
damage
definitely
taken.
possible. And as for Quinn, make your power scores. Pay your cost.
Okay, I did get the contact in.
That moves us to round 3 effectively, so the creature will be free next round. So what do you want to do now that you've established your contact?
I'm gonna well, since I don't need to, I guess something real fast, I'm going to do something real cheap. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to eagle whip this guy.
Make your power score.
And I'm going to smash him in the face with the spear hammer again.
That you can do. You can see him.
Power score achieved.
Nope, miss. It's off the rock.
I'll pay my 4.
Plus your contact. That would leave the creature target. The target is dazed and confused for 1d4 rounds, during which all rolls are penalized by 5 points. That'll gain you another round of the thing being behind the rock. I think you're pretty much going to trash this thing from here out.
What are these rocks wanting to help us with? Shouldn't we just let the rocks handle it? What's
You
an
could
owlbear
let the
gonna do
rocks
against the
handle it.
rocks? I'm wasting a lot of PSP. Gargoth, I think we should let these rocks help out.
I don't know why you're contacting it. You don't need to. Just keep hitting it.
You haven't told me what these rocks are really doing. I mean, you're the rock man.
They're the guardians of the shrine.
Are they guarding it against me?
You're not. They haven't come into life yet, have they? Up
A
until
little
the
bit
owlbear
stressed
came
out. You know what? Let's go on our merry way and let the guardians of the shrine deal with the guard duties of the shrine.
They did leave you a very convenient opening to go out. Oh, yeah.
Thanks, guardians of the shrine.
One dead owlbear later, You guys stand triumphant out in the snow and the fogs. It is cold out here.
Thanks
And the
for giving us
rocks,
clothing.
wordlessly, go back to their original places. After
So-
taking care of business. Every day.
Maybe we
That's
need
another
to,
song reference. Anyway.
Taking care of
I'm double
Next
fired.
time
I'm going to AFK while you guys get reorganized. I'll be right back.
All right.
So, why didn't you tell me that you had Guardians of the Shrine? But
I didn't know.
I was like down to nine health, man. Well, that's nice to know that you got some stone friends. Help us out when we're in the shrine.
Yeah.
This place is a lot safer than I thought it would be. So I'm thinking like we need to heal up a little bit, but I mean we could probably just. I don't know how long you would have
I
to
just
wait
need
to
to
heal.
heal your ass.
Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, if you just like use your spells to heal me up, I can meditate, or I can use meditative focus and rejuvenation to get my PSPs back. Do you want to attempt another word, or I mean,
Now that we're out here and that I know that there are guardians of the shrine, yeah,
Yeah.
that might be a good idea to do it out here.
yeah,
But
because technically the only reason we even got the owlbears in the first place is because I rolled over an 18. Like, what were the odds of that?
I'm back. So,
Alright.
Dirt,
yeah,
what'd you think of that?
that was pretty cool. I didn't know that.
This place, you're starting to discover there might be more to it than just, a nice spring and some agrible land a little bit, such as it is. This is a very tall mountain. About the only thing that would grow up here, Magpie would know about. You might have to talk to him about it.
He's listening in.
He is.
Oh wait, food just arrived, so he might not be here. That's pretty cool. I did not know that those were guardians.
Yeah. So, if nothing else, you guys are probably figuring out that there's a lot going on around you. Lots of opportunity. And weird stuff abounds.
I think we were going to group ourselves up, kind of. Well, I think he was going to use some spells to kind of get
Oh yeah.
landed.
Yeah, what are you thinking here? So you guys gonna sit and recover for a little bit there?
Yeah, I think some meditative focus and rejuvenation to get some PSPs back, and that'd be great. Then we might try another word in the shadows of the stone protectors.
There you go. Not really the shadows. You guys are out in the wind and the cold and the fogs. It's really cold out here, but yeah, you know. Bringing the crystal out with you? What now? Sure is windy and cold out here. They're in the circle. Anyway, so yes. Sure is windy and cold out here.
I'm going to say... okay, I'm going to say... This time I'm going to say Aura Steel. Because I think that was the gorilla one.
Alright. Intelligence check to exert your will upon the device.
No fails! Oh my god, that 20 stuck there for a second. Okay, I made it. That's it.
I thought you were doomed for sure. It was like, and here we go again. The ball clears. And you see somebody you don't recognize, because I don't think you've actually met them face to face, sitting with another large individual, cloaked in what appears to be like a blue scale armor. The individual looks at the first, smaller man, who, from description, you're like, is that the magpie? The large man leans in. It's all your fault. You were stuck out here, you know. I was all for walking around the lake. The image fades.
Walking around the lake? Our fault that he's stuck in the middle of the lake?
Wait, do I recognize it as Magpie because I know what he looks like?
You didn't see anything in the ball.
Oh.
Oh, because I said the word.
I will say exam and roll. Let's see if I see anything. Ooh, got it.
You see, but you can't seem to hear. Jeffrey, Wafu, and your brother stand around an elegant mirror that you very much recognize the workmanship in what appears to be some kind of like vault, or they're great statues in the background and doors, like a roundhouse or a vault. And the image fades. Your brother's alive.
Thank God.
Unless this thing's lying to you. Now try it with a specific focus. Oops, did I drop a hint? Sorry. These things fall out of my pocket sometimes.
Specific focus? Like thinking about
A particular person, place, or thing, yeah. because it seems to be just kind of picking up randomly right now.
Dirt, why don't you think about those squid faces?
No.
No?
Actually, yeah, that might be a good idea.
Yeah. I could think about Frostloft Castle or the passes. We could think about the passes and see if it shows us any danger.
Hey, that's not a bad idea. Alright, I'm gonna focus on the dream I had about the tentacle-faced guys and utter exam.
Again, you hear no sound, but you see the images of your dream within the crystal. Only this time, all 8 of the figures look towards the camera of your eye.
Oh, God.
They seem to be inquisitively looking and closing in on your point of perspective, as if they're aware of your observation. Which they are.
Pull away.
As the crystal goes dark, you feel as if you have given them some kind of connection.
Raid.
Oh.
They knew you were watching. Almost immediately. You guys ever had that feeling, I feel like I'm being watched?
Yeah.
Whenever somebody's scrying on you, you have a chance of that happening. So if I ever say something like, you have this weird feeling like you're being watched, there's either something in the bushes watching you and I'm giving you a hint you're about ready to get ambushed because you made a roll, or you're being scryed. That's when it gets creepy. Bugbears in the bushes, is one thing. Something scrying you from far away is another. In which case, these things clearly are very aware of such things. More so than you would think, because they immediately... Like that dude in the Potter movie when he was under his cloak. Malfoy, was that his name?
Yeah.
Looked right at him and was like, yeah, something going on here. And that happens with invisible beings in D&D. Invisibility is by all means not at all a perfect thing. The higher the hit dice a monster has, the higher its chance of perceiving you. Just from that hinky feeling.
Hey, Vasco, go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take this to the next take our little quest to the next phase and actually look at the pass that you're like super stressed out about. Or I'm gonna think about the pass.
Actually,
look at the map.
let me do that because I know the pass is exactly the...
Okay, well, better say some words then.
Mirg, while thinking about the pass. Got it.
Snow and fog. What you would see is if you were standing there right now.
Hey, maybe we'll be okay.
And you can't move your perspective. You get basically a view. And that's how it is until you basically either shift the view by, again, asserting your intelligence. Because what you have to do is concentrate very hard on the object that you want to see.
Do you have to have been there before or see it, or can you just...
That helps a lot, but not entirely necessary. For instance, you've never personally... I don't think Quinn has personally met the magpie, but yet you were able to get a small image of it. Maybe because that was what was in the back of your mind.
On his face.
Oh yeah, that's true. That was a dream.
I don't want to think about that, Alex. Alex wants me to think about Specularum. Sounds like a terrible idea.
I'm gonna think of the keep.
Frostloff?
Nope, the keep. Mirg.
What word are you using?
Mirg.
Mirg?
Yeah.
You note a strong connection. The crystal is extremely clear. Strong connection being you feel as if you could almost influence this reality on the other side of the crystal by perhaps casting spells through it.
What?
And the
am I
keep,
able-
all you see is legions standing at guard. They're in the towers, they're upon the walls. They don't move, they don't fidget. You recognize them. They're wearing the same armor from the guys from the tower, the legionnaires of the Black Lion. They appear to be standing at the walls of the keep. In the distance, you can see the fires of a war camp. Perhaps some army is resisting them. It would make sense. The armies of King Reginald still have a little bit of authority. Might be a noble army, an army sponsored by multiple noble houses. But it looks as if the keep is under some form of siege and that the legions of the Lion are occupying it.
Probably assume that. What's his face?
Crystal goes black,
That's a different color.
as in just goes dark, as in clear.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because I should have said that.
No.
So, oh no!
We spent it. No, it's no longer useful.
And it shatters and the Black Lion steps up.
And then he just comes forth.
Oh.
Like, thanks for summoning me, guys. Well, I tell you what. I think I've seen some of the stuff that we needed to. But we could probably think of other things down the road.
I think literally the Lion could kill the two of you in one combat round.
That makes sense.
Absolutely. I was just thinking of the numbers, and it was like, yeah, if he were to appear, there would be no escape, no ectoplasmic form going to help you. And melding the stone wouldn't get you far enough away from him.
Straight up run faster than Dargo.
Lion's not coming back, so don't worry about that. That's not part of the campaign line.
Before we run out of too many rations, I almost kind of think we can get started. I mean,
Yeah, we have to.
we're kind of running low on some. Pop up some owlbear meat. Road, about owlbear meat.
Didn't you guys have any meat relative proficiencies?
Just animal handling.
No, that wouldn't help particularly. You guys can get enough meat off the owlbears to do 2d8 days.
Oh, sweet.
Or 2d8. I was going to say 2d4, but let's do 2d6. Reroll 1s and 2s because you guys aren't completely incompetent. So if you get a 1 or a 2, reroll it.
Okay, let's just
Fuck that.
reroll that all together.
Put the dice further apart for a roll. That helps.
There, you
Yeah,
roll
just
one, I
roll.
roll one.
There you go. Cooperative effort.
4.
9,
Okay.
10. Just rounded up 10 days.
10
Okay,
days,
sweet.
10 days of meat. Again, you don't really have to worry about water. There's the shrine's fountain, which is frozen right now and very pretty. And snow. Lots and lots of snow.
Want to put that over here on the loot or party gear?
I play 7 Days to Die and I'm based in the snow realm. I never have to worry about water. I have all the dirty snow in rusty tin cans I could ever want.
Alright, let's start heading out.
Yeah.
All right. No, don't head out. Play with your toy more. Don't think of
Aw.
it as no. Think of it as like, okay, so let me give you a few hints here on how to do things like this. You looked at the keep, right?
Yeah.
You saw legions occupying it. Did you bother saying, "Where's the mirror? Look at the mirror," or the altar?
Oh.
Or did you think, well, that army? Let me see that army. Show me the army camped outside. see who it is. This item is extraordinarily powerful and a very much a singular thing in Skyfell. Crystal balls in D&D are kind of everywhere, but in Skyfell, again, a lot of things are different. There's probably only one or two of these. And one of this capability, Black Lion, built it himself. You could sacrifice it to get rid of your curse.
Yeah, right.
For a day.
For a day? Never.
Alright, alright. Look at... Now think of my mirror, my items that were left at the keep. And it's gonna say Pantuco. I got it.
Let me think about that for a sec. Let me AFK for a minute.
Okay.
Oh, something to think. I was busy being your typical American. That doesn't directly affect me, so let's just go do our thing. Oh, it's at the keep. Well, we're not going there, so. I just say that because
What?
oh, I made a comment about that gave us all that information, and I was like, doesn't directly affect me at the moment. I just didn't really care about it, and was like, well, let's keep going. Like, let's just leave and ignore everything that was just said. So I did write it all down. You make potions of extra healing?
No.
Before I talk about chihuahuas again, did Black, I guess Black,
Huh?
did Black,
You're cutting out, Beth.
no, I'm on voice activation.
Alright, I will be right back. I just gotta run to the bathroom real quick.
First, you see the keep. As occupied by the legions of the Lion. You remember how the keep was laid out, how the Castellan had his own separate little kind of military area?
Yeah.
Wish we had a map of the keep handy. I should probably grab one for next session. The Castellan's area, you notice, seems to be under attack. But the legions of the Lion don't seem to be doing very well, as the entire area is walled off by fire. Your perspective changes to inside the Castellan's offices, up high into the towers and the upper floors. Barricaded within, you see a single room. Within it, several things that interest you. The mirror stands against one wall. A strange circle surrounding it, etched on the floor. Maybe a ward or a protection or something along those lines. The altar stands in the center of the room, glowing with its internal heat. Kneeling and investigating the altar, you see the red and silver robes and tabards, and tied off, large beard tied off into many braids, red hair, red beard flowing out of the robes.
Name's dead.
And kneeling at the altar, bald-headed, voluminous robes of red, just red, different shades, his companion Tordish. You hear their thoughts. They seem trapped. The legions are outside, but they have secured the items, but they're unable to move them. You gather that they have made their way into the keep, destroying many of the legions on their way, and are now barricaded within it at a bit of a stalemate. The last thought you gather as the crystal begins to fog is that Tordish believes that he can speak with the altar. He believes he can use it to break the stalemate.
Lord, oh Lord, that's not good.
You know these people. I don't know those two characters.
They seem to look towards your eye, and you see Flamstead smile. We're being watched, friend. And I think he's going to go ahead and cast Dispel Magic and get your eye out of the room. Because I don't know who you are. The reason you know that is because you can hear his surface thought as you're looking into the crystal. You can hear him audibly, and you can kind of hear their thoughts a little bit. This crystal's powerful. You're determining that.
Yeah.
But the learned definitely can be aware of your viewings, so you have to be cautious. And the level of viewing has a lot to do with it.
Sounds like that's the highest level of viewing.
Ixum is sight. Alristil is sight and sound. Pentuko is sight, sound, and thought. And Mirg is the ability to affect the reality on the other side by casting spells through the crystal. Only certain spells can be cast through the crystal, and you'll have to learn that more or less through trial and error, or a lot of identify spells, because it would take like one identify spell to figure out a few of the spells that are applicable.
Yeah, too bad none of us have identify.
Mm-hmm. So there you go. As you guys are sitting in the shrine looking at this crystal going, okay. If you fail to exert your will upon it, the guardians arrive. That can be a constant problem. Also, who knows what else the lion wrought into the magics of this very much prized item. That's why it was in one of the safest places. You notice the king apparently, lion I should say, apparently kept a few things of value in that place. His personal gem collection. You remember that little case?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I liked those gems, the lion would say. I liked them. Some of my favorites. That's why they were in the case and kept in such a safe locale. This crystal. The soul gem.
So if he kept all that awesome stuff in his tower, what's in his
Castle?
Yeah. Okay. Glad we figured out what the, especially what the words do. I mean, he's basically got your stuff, right?
Frickin' Alex.
What is he typing? Where is he typing?
In your chat. Basco Dirt, Tomb Raiders.
Looters of the Black Lion.
Tomb yeah. Uh, um
So there you guys are. This very powerful item. Not entirely certain how safe it is, but definitely useful. In your shrine, at the heights of Mount Demba, ready to head out, in theory, to get rid of your curse, by heading to the ancestral home of the Black Lion himself, and hoping that that doesn't go wrong.
yeah, I kind of want to see what's over there, just like at the same time I'm scared too.
See what's over where.
Frostloft Castle.
But none of us have been there, so we just kind of have to say it and got it right.
Yeah.
There's
so much.
Unknown locations basically cause a minus to the intelligence check to exert your will.
Which means it's more likely that the
Guardians will come out.
So Specularum would definitely. How much of a minus would Specularum be?
I don't know.
Known. Known, huh? Okay.
Just if you're gonna do it, just say XM so you just get an image.
Yeah, I wouldn't want anything Specularum being able to con.
Oh, roll, bro. You're gonna do it. Do it now.
Okay, I'm gonna say it. Ixum Specularum. About 5's pretty dang low.
Through the raging winds and fogs, you see a vast fortress floating high in the air, as if a great piece of mountain was ripped from the ground and cast into the sky, and then somebody built upon it.
Ah, so that's why no one's been there, 'cause it's a flying island.
And you simply absolutely cannot seem to get any clear perspective on it. It's always shadowed, foggy, blurred, blocked, interfered with. And you feel a powerful psychic essence about the place. Hints of the vast psionics. Incredible mental capability far beyond anything you ever thought possible. All the blurry hallways echo with it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Want to do Frostloft Castle?
Yeah.
Let's see what that looks like.
XM Frostloft Castle. 13.
The crystal immediately goes black for real. As in black, black, black.
And shatters. No. Maybe you only get a certain amount of charges per day.
No. The Black Lion didn't like anyone seeing his location. That makes sense.
Ah. Protecting his portrait.
Yeah. Portrait is always protected.
There's a way you could verify that. Let's see if you guys think of it.
The second word that gives sound.
I can't.
Can't think of anything that I have that would.
Maybe it's not something you have, maybe it's somewhere you've been.
Oh well, we can.
Blanny Ride shows up. Show me the vault at the bottom of the tower of the Forge of the Lion.
Yeah.
Another place where the lion owns that he might not want you prying in on. Yeah. Crystal goes black. No location of the Black Lion can be sought. So don't bother looking at the Beacons of Redfell or the Benedictine or any of that.
So we were able to see Specularm now.
There you go.
Wait.
Exactly. The mystery continues. So moving on.
Well, do you wanna try to
go?
go? Yeah. It would be nice if we could actually make it to a city and spend some. See, Quinn comes from a very poor history where he's never really had much money, and so after our dungeon trip, this is the most money Quinn has ever had in his life. He's pretty excited about being able to buy things.
You're like the kid. Did you know you could trade things for stuff? And you might laugh. He didn't know that. Up until when the kid was basically kidnapped, he had never done that.
Speaking of the kid, isn't he with us?
I don't know what to do with the kid. He is with you. I just haven't been role-playing him because, well, Ammo was nice enough to tell me a couple days ago he couldn't make it today. And he did, I think, ask if maybe you guys wanted to do a Sunday thing, but I don't think anything came to that.
I mean, after my...
Because the kid
ceremony
is supposed to
tomorrow,
be
I'm
here
down.
officially.
The kid just wanders out of the cave. Why'd
Yeah,
you guys lock me in there?
Yeah. Why'd you put a boulder in front of the kid? Can I get out? But, so, yeah. I don't know what to do with him yet. He's a decent character. When he first joined the group, he was like half their level, and it was very hard for them to kind of, keep him alive.
Well, as Alex has put it, make him a monk, Black. Easy.
Yeah, there you go. No, because then that'd be a solo campaign taking place in the monastery. So, here you guys are. You have whatever rations you have on your character sheets at this point.
All
You're
right,
down to your road rations.
So, before we go, I'm going to say, Hawks, exam. Got it.
Off?
Hawks. Person. The Lich.
That's a tricky one. You think for a sec.
I want to
What
make
would
sure
that thing be doing?
they're not on the road.
As far as you can tell, she seems to be in a cave, pondering a book. Sargweiss coiled around her.
Good.
Sleeping, he seems to be, while she reads.
Oh, she's reading a bedtime story.
And let's see if she sees you. You were just using the image, right?
Yeah.
Smiles at him.
She looks up from her book. Not towards you, though, but definitely seems to be looking around the room.
Right. So that's That's good. That's good enough information for me. Let's bounce.
The only other thing I can think of to think about would be Shrine of Malar, but I know that that god has changed. I've been there. But then again, I don't want any of them to find me, so I'm not going to think about it and give them a notion of where I am. But
This table is so messy.
It is. I was looking over the. Holy crap! There's a lot of stuff on this table now.
Yeah.
That's all right. It works. So you do find that using this device is also very taxing. Those images come at the cost of, by the time you're done watching, you're kind of out of breath and sweaty, just from the sheer amount of concentration required to maintain it.
All right.
And putting that item to the side for the moment, what you guys are playing now? Keep in mind, that thing is no more durable than any other, like, glass sphere.
I think we should stick it inside of that Pteranodon skull for safekeeping.
Pterodon.
Whatever.
I say we leave it with our gear that's inside the ground in the shrine.
Well, like, we won't be able to use it again for, like...
You guys have a list of all your gear in the shrine, right?
Yeah.
On a card?
Yep.
Here?
Over here.
Somewhere in this vast metropolis that we call our table?
Yeah, it was on my side. Here.
Alright, fair enough. Let me see what you got there. A couple of gems, tiger eyes, coins, the big diamond, the Jesus throat. Yeah.
You want to leave the soul gem there?
No, the soul gem isn't being left here. See, this is the loot we're taking, Bosco.
Gold, gotta take... I almost feel like we should take at least...
I almost did the
I
wrong
feel like
click.
we should...
You're good. Everything's locked.
3-foot pterodon head. Yeah.
Hey, can't we just leave the pterodon head at the shrine?
Are you insane? It has the soul of Gerdek.
Of Gerdek, it has to come with me.
Well, the shrine is of Gerdek, right? That's where he lives.
Yes, but
what
I must have all of Gerdek.
I mean, I was okay when you wanted to take the bowl.
And the glasses. The bowl, the glasses, the lantern, the pterodon head. You have the bowl, which started it all. The glasses you connived Blanny Ride into giving you. And because he felt bad after the whole misunderstanding at your first meeting.
Jeffrey's lamp.
Admiral Jeffrey's table lamp. And the pterodon head from the Tower of the Lion.
We need Blanny Ride to come back and poison him so we can make this pterodon head disappear.
I don't know how he would react to that. He would
magic
probably go on a search for it.
Quest.
A forever quest, especially if we destroyed the thing. He'd be looking for it forever. I will find it. One day I'll find a pterodon head and roll the percentage dice, and that'll be it. I know where you could find some. Talk to Wafu. Wafu comes from an amazing land. He's never seen snow.
So he's in awe and utter cold.
Uh-huh. He hates it. Very cold. To him, it's stupid cold.
Like, but I was raised in the mountains, in the snow, just outside of Sweet Haven, so, kind of used to this cold. Especially living with frost giants. Snow is taboo.
I saw that. Yeah, I would have to say Wafu probably is not a happy man. First off, covering his body. He comes from a place where it's hot, dude, and it's hot. And when winter rolls around, it's rainy and hot. And so he's never worn like pants. Very uncomfortable and very restricting. He's never worn shirts. Really? None of you guys, as he walked the streets of Phthisia, all he saw was a bunch of people who didn't know how to hunt, didn't know how to, raise and respect the ancestors, didn't understand that the God Wall holds back darkness from the entire world. As far as he's concerned, the beach that the Tanaroans live on is their entire world. And he's never seen any of this stuff. Just like Jeffrey and Magpie, when they got to the island, they were overwhelmed with the amount of stuff. Magpie was gathering every little leaf, twig, branch, moss thing he could find, hoping it would be alchemically important. Which he's on track, but they only followed one little path. And this isn't very far from Skyfell. It's not like they sailed across the world. They went into a perpetual fog bank that hangs off the shores in the ocean. And they found out where that fog bank comes from. It comes from Tanaroa, which is a tropical paradise in the middle of the Arctic Ocean. All made possible by that thing that Tordish was just kneeling at. The altar.
I wear a shawl and a loincloth. When it rains, wear a big leaf.
Exactly. Exactly. The section of the island where the Tanaroans live, rocks are even, somewhat hard to find. They rely more on, coral and wood construction. The land he knows is sunny beaches, blue waters, and horrible thunder lizards eating people by the dozens, as happened the first day that Jeffrey arrived at the island. When it all went crazy, when he got to see cannibals, dinosaurs, necromancy magic, all in his face all at once. And then he found that in Wafu's land, the ancestors, they don't put them in graves. They still work the fields today. Over time, they fall apart, but sometimes that can be a generation or two. And until then, the ancestors are always with us.
Alex, all I saw was a bunch of frogmen, then fell into the tar pyramid.
Yeah, the tar pyramid was that was pretty rough. That's a good setting. They literally had to slug through waist deep tar the entire dungeon. And then when they got out of the tar, which by the way was very flammable and the air was bad, they got up into a layer where the air was so bad it was poisoning them every turn. Every 10 minutes they'd take poison damage from the nasty air. The whole place was super flammable. Just waiting for something to trigger it. And Magpie triggered it. That's where he got his name. He went after a shiny thing. And then the Hall of Fire followed after that, which was them slogging through the tar as flames were coming up behind them and trying to force their way through a door that was too heavy to open because it was jammed shut, while the flames were coming down the hall and Wafu was holding it off using cold spells to put it out as it ignited. And on the very last round, when it would have all been over for the whole group, they managed to push through them doors and then slam them shut at the last second. Total Indiana Jones moment. the whole adventure almost ended right there. All of it, because it would have killed Magpie, Jeffrey, Wafu, and the kid all at once. Everybody dead, all dead. But Magpie never got the ring that he tried to get that triggered the whole thing. He never got the item. I think that's the irony of it.
All right, so let's
Yeah,
set
and
our
and he
course.
was forever christened the Magpie as they sat there smoldering in the room after all that. Wafu
He's
gave
really
him the name.
fragile.
Mm-hmm. He still wants it, Alex. I want to put up a mining expedition, and stone by stone we'll find it. Could be done. Expensive. Moving right along. Anything else you guys want to do in the shrine?
I want to
no.
heal up and PSP up.
Yeah.
That's a given. I pretty much already advanced everything a day.
Sweet.
Oh, okay.
Playing with the crystal ball takes a few hours per image. I'll get more of the strict details to you when you guys start messing with it a little bit more. But suffice to say, it is a highly useful item.
Are you sure you want to leave it behind? Because I feel like we might want to use it some more.
To take it with you is to put it under enormous risk.
Fine,
Well,
we'll,
it's very
we'll let
fragile.
the Guardians protect it.
Let the Guardians protect everything here.
Right now, Bargoth is very fragile.
Hey, watch your tone of voice, mate.
Yeah, he's not going to win any arm wrestling contests, that's for sure.
Hey, but I can outdrink anybody who wishes to try.
That's true. Constitution's not affected. Alright, so
Fantastic.
let's see now. The road journey begins. Officially, you guys are thinking. 2 days of road rations out of your, what you got there? Oh yeah, and you got the 10 days of owlbear meat.
Let's eat the meat first, because I feel like it'll go bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that came out to 5 days each.
Put that on the party gear, I think.
The kid is surviving on not entirely being phased into existence yet. I'm still only half real, echoes out of the corner.
I don't know if I exist yet.
I don't know if I exist yet. That's the best way of putting it. Alright, so. Yeah, the kid. He's a good character. We'll get him in. Work it out somehow. Alright, so you guys are going to finally, for really real, hit the road?
Yeah, we're really real. Bye, temple. Shrine thing can go away. Go.
Pterodon head. 3 foot long. Skull. How are you going to carry that exactly? On your
I'll
back?
tell you how I'm gonna carry it.
Well, yeah. Use my backpack, intertwine it in it, kind of deal.
I'm gonna tie it
And
to a
with
piece
your
of rope and
strength,
just
you
drag
can't
it.
carry a lot.
No.
Yeah, that cursed strength of yours, that's a great thing.
Yeah, I know. That's why Basco's carrying majority of our gear. That's why we have very minimalistic gear right now.
I'm just telling you right now, if you can't carry that, then you're gonna have to tie it to a piece of rope and drag it behind you.
The size of a grapefruit. Oh, never mind. That's the. Never mind. I'm retarded.
Oop, beep. When we finally get the dog sled, we're gonna just mount it on the front of the dog sled, like.
Yeah, just here on the party loot, there's about 45 pounds of gear between the gold, the chain, the scale. That is with the lighter because it's finally made. The head. The soul gem, its weight is negligible. It's a couple of pounds, it's small. But, yeah.
Stuff that I'm carrying. that actually has weight to it.
I think you guys are carrying pretty much the littlest amount you can carry. And encumbrance, again, is one of those things that'll come a little bit more into play as you get to, a little higher level and start applying more of the rules more strictly.
My personal gear adds up to 49 pounds. My max press is 170.
Yeah, it's the weight allowance you want to look at.
Weight allowance is 55, so I can carry 6 more pounds than what's actually on.
And Dirk can carry
5.
jack shit. Yeah, 5 pounds.
You can carry 5 pounds, period.
That's 5 pounds. As in, his robes are like 2 of those 5, so he can carry maybe 3 pounds on top of his robes. That would be 3 days of water or 3 days of food.
Which won't even get us there.
The pterodon skull weighs about 5 pounds. It's more than you can generally carry.
Don't forget the 5 pounds for your clothes.
Mm-hmm.
What the robe that I'm wearing?
Yeah, so
Really
10
have
pounds for the skull and the robes. That's what you're
Is there any
carrying right
way
now.
we could fashion some sort of carrying apparatus? I'm trying to think of.
It's called backpacks and belt pouches. You thinking like a sled?
Well, I'm thinking of what the Native Americans used to drag behind them when they were.
Sled.
Yeah, kind of like a sled.
That can make for some fun moments in the mountains. It'll be like the lambless bread going off the edge when Gollum's right over in the movies. Our stuff!
Well,
off the high mountain pass down 10,000 feet.
I guess
I'm all for it.
Stuff behind.
The problem
We're
is
just gonna have to buy it all. Again.
The shrine here doesn't have a lot of usable materials. You'd have to go out, spend at least a day harvesting materials, a day constructing, and then you could definitely have a sled. Which I would count with 1/10 all the weight of the gear on it. In other words, if you put 10 pounds on it, it only counts as 1 pound. So you put 100 pounds on it, counts as 10 pounds for the person pulling it.
See, but I feel like I guess a grappling hook has no value without rope, and we don't have rope.
You'll probably need that in the construction of your sled in order to pull it behind you. It'll make it a lot easier to tie off the rope.
We got 50 feet of rope here.
Mm-hmm.
50 total feet.
So you guys could make a transom sled thing if you so desire. I may call for a couple of proficiency or bullshit proficiency checks. Being if you don't have the specific proficiencies that would help you, we'll have to come up with something similar. And that would definitely make it to where you could probably carry a lot more gear. Because the 1-to-10 ratio, you could carry a lot of gear.
How much do you think all this stuff carries or weighs? Or like, how much weight are we needing to come up with?
Well, there's about 8 pounds of gold, because it's 1 pound per 100. The chainmail weighs, I'm guessing about 30 pounds? 20?
I'm going to throw this out there. Are you going to be able to wear that chainmail until you get your strength back?
No.
No.
Then
Hell no.
let's not take it.
Yeah, it's definitely above his 5 pound limit.
Well,
Let's just go ahead and leave it until we get your strength, or because you're not going to be able to use it at all. We're just going to have to drag it the whole way.
The scale mail has to come with, because that gives him 3 days that he can go without his curse. And if you guys come across some kind of lair, exploration, dungeon, adventure, prisoner, something that could happen, he probably definitely needs to have that.
And we can buy you some, like, honestly, we could throw one of these gems in here and buy you some leather-studded armor like I have.
The pterodon head definitely got to come, along with the bowl and the glasses and the lantern. The lantern doesn't have to have oil, so you can save that weight. Because it's lit by the soul of Gerdek. Can you see the light, brother? Dirt says. Of course, you just see an empty lantern.
So, with the rest of this, if we take the chainmail out, How much would the rest of that weigh?
You're looking at 8 pounds of gold. The scale mail, which, I'll quit being lazy and I'll grab the book, which is right here. It's so hard to look this stuff up, isn't it? It's so hard. And I should bring up my digital books. They're a little quicker in some ways.
I've already looked it up.
Thank you. How much is it?
Which one do you want the
Scale?
Stand by. Scale mail weighs 40 pounds.
Holy shit! Now that was scale made by the Lion, so we can assume it's about a little bit lighter. Just to be nice, quote unquote, we'll say it's 20 pounds. So you might want to write that on the card so we know in the future. Half the weight, not bad. That's really good armor.
Oh, I can't write on it.
And I believe it was actually at one point before you broke it apart to use it against your curse. Just so you know, Silver, Quick, and the viewers, Dirt, in order to relieve a horrible curse that he's struggling under, has to sacrifice something that was made by the Black Lion. And that gives him like a day that he can get his strength back. That's why his strength is a 3 right now. 3. Which is the equivalent of about a 10-year-old child.
What is your...
It's weaker in a child. When I was 10 years old, I could carry more than 10 pounds in a backpack. Come on now.
If you need any information, just tell me. I can look it up for you. Provide support services.
Splendid.
Oh, and also...
The clay bowl is about a pound. It's thick and
You
well
can
made.
carry 5 pounds.
The lamp
That's
is
what you can
about
carry.
a pound. It'd probably be more than that. I actually have a real lantern that's a little heavier than that, but we'll just say a pound. The glasses are negligible. They're extremely tiny. They're little gnome glasses. Gnomes in the world of Skyfell are like our gnomes, 6 inches tall. Or 12 inches. 6 to 12 inches is how tall they are.
The only thing I could get rid of... that
Dude,
was
5
any-
pounds of tea, that weighs you down.
If I were you guys, I'd be looking for stuff that I could sacrifice that was cheap to replace.
I think making the sled's not a bad idea.
I guess we can go ahead and try to make that sled. I mean, then we
This
can-
is like... He thought you sold that shit off, and he
Not
doesn't
yet,
know.
I can't.
Yeah, no, he hasn't quite taken care of all of it yet.
I delivered it.
Why did you not deliver it yet?
Well, do you have a farm up?
Dragging gold across the desert, that's all I'm going to say.
Well, remember the tea, the 5 pounds that you have, he did make his delivery, Magpie. The 5 pounds that he has there is what he skimmed off the top because he has an idea
Yeah.
that might expand your business, or it might be a waste of 5 pounds of tea. But yeah, he's got an idea. He's going to take it to some friends of his.
Here, I'll tell you what. But that's only 8 pounds. The gold's only 8 pounds.
And what we determine, Dirt, with the friends that you're going to, the 5 pounds of tea will come out to like one little thimble full for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, a hint of tea taste in there, yeah. But if successful, it could lead to a lot of sales. He's like, I thought the postal service was slow. Jeez. Getting tea delivered a few miles takes years in Skyfell.
Would you want to...
Gerdek's body, face, and head. Nice. The lamp would be more like Gerdek's heart.
No, it's the body. It's his soul.
Well, they're all parts of his soul.
Well,
For all the viewers out there, these aren't actually parts of Gerdek's soul. Dirt's totally out of his mind.
no, I'm not.
And bound to get worse over time. Because Gerdek is a demanding entity. And Yeah,
Aren't one of you a psionicist?
that
Yeah.
would be Quinn. Yeah.
Are there any animals around?
Not here, just well, we had the owlbears, but
Yeah, he just picked up domination and stuff, so he'll soon discover the joys of establishing contact with an animal and then dominating it.
Sounds so wrong, but okay.
But the thing is the PSP cost is what's prohibitive. Is to maintain the power, it takes a little bit. But yeah, instant minion. Just add to minion.
Where's that tomato?
Ah, damn it.
You're fired for the third time.
Curses. Well, that works because I had AFK. Because, I'm always having to take a little business here, so give me a sec. When I get back, you guys are hitting the road, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, make sure, for sure, there's nothing else that you would want to mess with here before you leave. Because once you guys leave, what did we determine? It's going to take you months
Yep.
before you're
we're gonna be
back.
gone for a long time.
Yeah, and you're not going to
Well-
be whisked away by your powerful friends because they're busy now. Things are happening. There's an anti-paladin in charge of the king. Again, Black Lion was kind of an anti-paladin. That's a paladin or a holy champion who serves a dark god. I'll be right back.
You don't want to take those Quintum's ointments?
Not really.
I have mine.
Oh. Yeah, no, I got enough healing.
Did you want to take that scroll of flying?
Hmm. No.
I guess we wouldn't necessarily need that with.
Exactly.
Want frost giant strength?
No. Well, nah. Well, we need to bring my hammer at least.
Bring your hammer. I mean, if we're making the sled, we might as well bring everything. Or might as well bring your armor.
Like, that's why I had that chainmail lightweight on there. Fuck, I fucked up everything here. Probably fixed. I'm actually just gonna save all this shit.
But I was thinking we might take I don't know, just in case, just like an emergency fund. Maybe the sapphire, the 1500, or the sapphire necklace. I think those would be but worth a.
There, I have all the items saved. I have everything saved up until the party gear. Hey, quick, what are your thoughts?
I'm sorry, I was reading Sonic's handbook. Can you please repeat the question?
I'm just asking what your thoughts are.
Yes, I understand that. About what?
What the fuck we're doing?
What the fuck?
Well, catch me up a little bit here because I was actually researching psionist combat.
Basically,
He asked us if there was something that we wanted to do before we left. And I feel like there's something specific we were supposed to do before we leave.
frankly, if you guys are low on food and water, I would just take the most valuable of the stuff, leave the cheap stuff behind, and leg it. I wouldn't drag a sled, if you're low on food and water.
That's true.
Having to leave it in the middle of.
Because if you leave stuff behind, it's cheap enough. You can always just replace it,
Problem is that it's winter though, so we'll have to bring like a tent and.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm back. Probably go here a little bit longer and probably have to close up in a little bit.
Alright.
At least get you on the road. Make sure there's nothing else you want to do with the shrine while you're here.
Can't think of anything. I mean, am I able to make the phase with Gerdek?
No, that was kind of covered in the dream.
Okay.
And your new ability did manifest.
Right.
Yeah, I think we'll save road encounters and that kind of stuff for the next session so we can just do it. I don't expect the road to take too long. A few encounters depending on the random rolls. Once you hit the road, the encounters will mostly be in what one would call civilized areas. So you'll likely be meeting people that are moving from one place to another.
Okay.
Guard patrols might not be a good thing to meet these days, depending on who and what the guard patrol consists of. In the absence of the king, local nobles have been using their garrisons for protection and patrols to try and keep the resemblance of peace in their lands as able. And this far north, I very much doubt that the authority of any of the new king would be reaching this far. So for the most part, you're going to see pilgrims and refugees out of Physia.
Alright.
And maybe all the other things that haunt this road. Who knows? But once you get to Sweet Haven, from there, that's when it gets a little crazy, because then you'll be going into uncivilized lands.
Right.
You're sure to find ruins, enclaves, fortresses, and mysteries along the way.
Mysterious mysteries.
Indeed. Mysterious mysteries. Dib's favorite show. Alright, so with that, I think we're going to go ahead and close up this episode. I will save the table.
Got some visions, we got some bugbear meat.
Wait a minute. What's this option expand? I'm going to try something. Let's see what happens.
Saved,
right?
It's going to explode. Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Okay, everything's exploded. Loading. Watch, what it's going to do is it's going to expand the table. It's going to hit those shelves, which are locked down. And everything's going to explode. I don't understand what this is. It's showing everything that's on the table right now.
Yeah, that's
if you guys are watching the stream.
Yeah.
What's all this then? Let's click on things. This probably isn't the time to do it while I'm streaming. But yeah, okay, I'm going to mess with that kind of crap later. But for the time being, the next episode of Dirt and Quinn will pretty much center on you guys on the road. On the road to Sweet Haven City, on your quest for Osloff Castle.
Maybe tomorrow. I'm free.
Might be.
After my ceremony.
Ammo did say that he was kind of around tomorrow. I'm around in the afternoon. Basco.
Okay.
What you got going on? You're the one of us that has a life, so.
I might be free in the afternoon. I know I'm not free in the evening.
What's evening?
In the evening,
No, as in like what time is evening for you?
evening would be kind of
This time-ish?
yeah, kind of this time-ish. Like I probably could have played for another half hour or so before I started getting antsy. But it'll be kind of like 6 o'clock is when stuff starts happening. 6 o'clock Central.
Okay, so we could play to about this time. We'd have to start, yeah. Yeah, let's just put it together as we're able. I'll message when I'm around and available, and then we'll see who's around. We'll go from there. So, that is the end of episode Dirt Quinn number 7. And with that, I'm going to close up the stream here real quick by saying, as I always do every time, that until next time, this is Permadeath Extraordinaire. Loving y'all.